What's up everyone, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John, and it's time for a track review of the second single from the upcoming Waterparks album that's due out October 11th. The new song is called Watch What Happens Next, and it's off of the album Fandom. More on that later, but for now let's talk about the actual song itself and the music video, which was pretty appealing. It was actually a lot of fun to watch. I had some misheard lyrics the first time around, and I had to look at the lyrics and the description of the video. I went on Genius later because I was hearing some things and I was like, is that actually what Austin Knight was singing, or was it something else? And I'm glad that I definitely refined my thoughts there because it changed my perspective on the song at least slightly. Immediately, I found this song very catchy. I love the opening riff. Jeff is doing a really nice thing there. It kind of cuts in with the looping feeling that it has throughout the song. It creeps back up in other places. It has kind of a slamming chorus, which is something that I had missed on Waterparks' last album. Not that it never existed, it was just a little bit uneven. So this feels like musically more of a return to form, and the lyrical content is going to be the main focus, I think, of this review, because it comes down to that. Because sure, the music is very enjoyable. Everybody in the band is doing quite well on that front. I think the guitars, the drums, and everything like that, it's got the chemistry that I would expect from Waterparks, and they nailed it in that department. But the lyrics here, Austin Knight is really taking things to the next level in terms of going in on his old label, Equal Vision Records, it seems. They're now with Hopeless Records. And also the entitlement, I guess, some fans feel in terms of like those in the rock, pop punk scene, and the fact that nobody can have nice things or else they're a sellout. But if you're a rapper, if you're a country star or whatever else, then you're almost applauded for having all of these rings, all of these diamonds, all of these expensive things like jetpacks, as Knight references. And you're looked at as like a hero in the community. But if you do that in the pop rock world or whatever scene that you would put Waterparks in, then you're just the sellout, and you're kind of the enemy. To be quite honest, Waterparks are looked at as the enemy by many people in the scene. I mean, they don't exactly have a ton of people that show them a lot of respect, and I think a lot of that does boil down to Austin's online personality. I would say it's honestly borderline toxic, and that's coming from someone that knows Austin. I think he's a genuinely nice person, but the way that he comes off online, it's just, I don't know. It's all caps all the time, and it's a little bit too much. And the title of this album and just the overall appeal, I guess, of Fandom, the title of the new record that's coming out, I just cringe, honestly, because it feels like it's really playing into their very young fans. And I recently made a video on like the most toxic fan bases in music, and even though the Parks fandom is relatively small, some would say, it's also very large, and like the projectile vomit that they spew, just the things that they put out there. And Austin doesn't really do much to put that down. In fact, he kind of stokes the fire. And a title like Fandom, even though I do like the album art, I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's got an orange on there. I mean, the last album we had peach, and now we've got this. I mean, it looks cool. The vinyl looks cool. It makes me want to order it, but at the same time, I don't really want to own an album that's called Fandom. That's probably just me being petty as fuck, but also I just feel like the things stack up, and I also can't get a good read on this song. Some of it is definitely sarcastic, some of it is making a lot of commentary, some other portions of it leave it up in the air, and for the listener to decide what is the fate of the band, or their place, I suppose, in the scene. And I know a lot of people don't think that there's a place for them, but my girlfriend made a pretty good note when we were listening to this song. She kind of said that Waterparks don't necessarily have a perfect place out there. I mean, they don't necessarily fit into one scene. They're not super accepted by that many people outside of the publications that love them, like Rock Sound and Alternative Press, that love to put them on like all of the covers of their magazines, and then their very intense fangirl fandom. So it's going to be interesting to see how this album plays out. I know that we got off topic a bit here, but I do dig this song. It has some interesting insight, and I do agree with some of the points that Austin makes. Although it does kind of, I guess, come off a little bit too entitled in some regards, but I'm not going to slap it down for that. It's an enjoyable song. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I would love to know what you guys think as well. For me personally, I'm going to rate this song a light 4 out of 5. I think it's slightly better than Turbulent. I did enjoy that song, but I don't really come back to it all that much. Thank you so much for watching this rambly review today. Let me know your thoughts on the new track in the comments section down below. Do you think that he's playing and catering to the fandom a little bit too much? Or maybe it's just some ironic commentary. Any and all thoughts are welcome down below. You can see my review of Turbulent here, or their most recent album, Entertainment, right here. Socials in the description, and I'll see you soon for more on Beyond ARTV.